Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on a topic that always brings a lot of tension in the room, and that topic is child support. But I'm bringing it up with a familiar name. Have you ever watched the show Grey's Anatomy? Grey's Anatomy is a very popular show. Matter of fact, it's still on to this day. I watched it in the very beginning stages and I stopped watching it. It had nothing to do with the show or the show's content. It had everything to do with the fact that I got sucked into reality TV world, that vortex, and and I'm trying to wing my way out. So I moved away from watching my scripted shows and got sucked into these reality shows, and it is what it is. But anyway, I did watch Grey's Anatomy. If you are a Grey's Anatomy fan or watcher, there is a ex actor from Grey's Anatomy. His name is Jessie Williams. Jessie Williams was married. Him and his wife have ex-wife have two children together. And when they divorced, he was ordered to pay $40,000 a month in child support. He has recently fell behind in that child support because he exited from Grey's Anatomy in 2021. Now, this exit was his decision. He did not get fired. They did not ask him to leave. He decided to leave. When he left behind a huge paycheck. Okay, which with that paycheck, he was able to afford the $40,000 a month child support that he was ordered to pay when they got divorced. And I heard these two, they share custody of their two children, but still he was ordered to pay $40,000 a month. So he was ordered to pay $40,000 a month, but it was fine. He was able to do it when he was working on Grey's Anatomy, but now he is doing a Broadway show where allegedly he makes around $1,700 a week. So he left his $1 million plus paycheck, over multi-million dollar plus paycheck, to go do Broadway and make roughly $1,700 a week. And so he went to the court recently and said, hey, listen, I no longer make all of that money. I make this amount of money. You need to adjust my child support payment according to my new salary. Well, when he put in that, order with the court to just look at it and say, can you readjust? His ex-wife pretty much said to the courts, listen, not my circus, not my business, that this man decided to leave a job that was paying him enough money so that he can pay his $40,000 a month. He decided to leave. That's not my problem. He should still have to pay the $40,000 a month that was part of the original agreement. So let me just give you a smidgen of child support. Child Support Act came in 1975. And here's a problem that I think will never go away in this world. What will never ever go away is you will have some men out there, and I'm not saying all people, you will have some men out there that will run from, avoid, or not care about their responsibility or obligation to a child they helped create it. And that is why child support is needed for those particular individuals who think that they can walk away from their responsibility of a child that they created and have no care in the world as to how this child is going to get along. So now we have to have the courts get involved and say, listen, we cannot make you physically be there with this child that you created, but financially you are going to be held responsible. And if you do not make this payment that the court has ordered on a weekly basis, then it will go into arrears. You can never avoid it. You cannot get file bankruptcy to get out of this order and get out of paying. And eventually it will impact your driver's license in some states. They will take away your any income tax refunds that you are expected to you if you owe back child support. And some you can't even get a passport, so forth and so on. So it's a way to make sure that at the very least, if this man wants to run away from a child that he has created, he can run away physically, but financially he will be held responsible. So let's get back to this, Jessie Williams situation with his wife and him wanting the payments lowered, right? I'm not going to do too much with the 40K, because here's the thing. When you make a certain amount of money, and he was married, so this is not just someone, that decided to get with him, try to have his baby to get money, okay? This was his wife. And I'm not going to go through the reason as to why they divorced, because this conversation is about child support, right? So this was his wife. They got divorced and he was ordered to pay 40K. And I understand the wife's side of the situation. If you have a job and you have a home and your mortgage on your home is $1,800 or whatever the mortgage is on your home, you would quit a job that it allows you to pay your mortgage and not care about your mortgage and just be like, I quit. You can't just say to the mortgage company, well, I quit, I can't pay this. Oh, well, you can't do that. So why should you be allowed to quit a job that gives you enough money to pay your court-ordered child support, take on another job that you don't make nearly as much money, and just say to the court, listen, oh, well, this is what I make now, figure this out? First of all, it's not fair to the ex-wife and your kids, because they have based their lifestyle on the 40K that you were ordered to give per month. And you should give, when you're changing jobs, that was one thing. If you get fired, you cannot help that. That's understandable, right? But if you are going to change jobs and your change is going to be a downgrade in terms of financial versus an upgrade, you need to give me a heads up. You need to say something to me. You don't just fall behind on your payments and then go to the court and say to the court, fix it, because our lifestyle over here, me and the kids, is based on partly this 40K that you have been given a month. And you can't just abruptly stop that, not say anything, and then go to the court and say, give me an adjustment. And what if the adjustment comes down so very low that now, because you wanted to make a reckless decision, now I'm going to lose the home that me and the kids are in? They may have to change schools. They may have to change activities. Their whole lifestyle is going to change in a matter of seconds, all because you decided to make a reckless decision and leave a lucrative job to go to a lower paying job and then say, oh, I don't have the means to pay you. We can't do that. And outside of this whole Jessie Williams thing, and with that he's going on with his wife, they're celebrities, but there are plenty of people in the regular world where the person that is ordered to pay child support, they will lie, cheat, steal, they will leave jobs and get a job under the books just so they can avoid paying the bill. And I don't understand why some people feel that it is unfair and it's wrong to be ordered to pay child support. And I also don't understand why people think missing a child support payment is okay. A lot of men, they get upset when the female takes them to court in the first place. But let me tell you something about having that piece of paper and taking someone to court. One, you never have to deal with them at all again, especially if y'all two do not get along and cannot communicate well. And what do I mean by that? Once you have that court order, the minute that person misses a payment, you don't have to call them and say anything. You know why? It is recorded on the books in the court, and every time they miss a payment, all it does is pile up the back money that they owe. And eventually, you may not get it when you really need it the most, but eventually the money will come to you. Because like I said, the minute they file taxes, if they owe you $2,000 and they're getting back $2,500, well, the courts are going to pull that $2,000 to pay you the back money they owe and leave them with $500. Do you see what I'm saying? So if there is no court order and the person makes an agreement with you, like every week I'll just give you $100, or if the kids need something, you call me and then I get it. Who wants to deal with that all the time, right? Who wants to deal with, oh, the kid needs sneakers, let me give you a call, and then you don't want to answer or you don't want to respond, and you're like, what sneakers? And then you be like, oh, why can't you buy them? It's like too much. It's too much energy. This child support order removes all the shenanigans and allows you to just live your life and they live theirs. And like I said, the unfortunate part about that is you cannot force the other person to be in the child's life, but at the very least, one of the very basic needs for that child, they are held responsible and liable. If two people make a child, two people should be responsible for the finances of that child. And that's how I wholeheartedly feel. So to wrap this up, this is what I'm going to say about this Jessie Williams, him leaving a very lucrative job and, going to a different job. Playing on Broadway that is paying him a significantly lower amount of money than he made on Grey's Anatomy. I have to say this, shame on him. And the reason why I'm saying shame on him is this. Once you have kids and your life is no longer your own, you cannot make decisions that are just all for you. You have to make decisions that are for the entire family. He noted in these court documents that, his kids live a simple life. And, I guess that was leading towards the whole thing of they don't need this $40K a month. You adjust this and all is going to be well. Well, the child support came into play in 1975. And part of that says that, the money that is given for child support, it can be utilized for everything in regards to that child. That includes the roof over their head, the food that they eat, the clothes on their back, everything. So when Jessie made this decision, I keep saying Jessie, I'm thinking of Jussie Smollett. When Jessie Williams made this decision, he wasn't making this decision in the best interest of his family. And also he wasn't making this decision and keeping in mind of his bills that he is obligated to pay. So do I think that the court should lower the child support? In this case, I'm going to say absolutely not. And the reason why I'm saying absolutely not is because he did not get fired from Grey's Anatomy. He decided to leave knowing that he had that $40K bill to pay a month. And if he was going to leave, he should have made sure that he got a job that was equivalent or higher so that he was able to pay the $40K. So I think the judge should hit the gavel and say, you know what, after you do your I'm sorry guys, but after you do your stint on Broadway, maybe you need to go work a little job afterwards, a part-time job, or get on some other series, or as Grey's Anatomy, can you come back part-time and do Broadway? I don't know, whenever you do it during the day, on the weekends, and tape Grey's Anatomy in between. Do what you got to do. But guess what? You need to pay the $40K. We cannot uproot your family and have that mortgage not be paid just because you decided that you didn't want to work at Grey's Anatomy no more. Not our problem, not our circus. So guys, you chat with me in the comments. How do you feel about this child support subject and situation? Do you feel that this Jessie Williams was wrong and that he should still be obligated to pay the $40K a month that the judge ordered him to pay, way back whenever the judge hit the gavel and said you owe $40K? Don't forget, chat with me and I'm going to chat back. Hit the like button and I'll see you on the next video.